The Lock and Key TV. I'm your host, Mike Ice. I got a hot Latin artist in the building. His name is David Eric. He's gonna let you know where he represents. Let him know where you represent, D.
First of all, I want to thank you for inviting me here. I was born in Manhattan, raised in Brooklyn. I now reside in Jersey. I started in this field when I was 15 years old. Started writing for different artists. I produced my first demo when I was about 15, 16. So I'm very happy that I'm like in the business now.
No, definite, man.
Thank you.
Yo, how did you get your name?
David Eric.
Yeah.
When I first signed to a label, I signed to a label when I was 20 years old. And at that time, I can't give my stage name at the time because I don't own it. But I did a couple of singles, did a couple of record deals, and when I got to growing up, I realized that name was not for me, and my stage name is David Eric. Eric is my middle name.
Okay.
So I figured, it's so funny because when I was sitting at the label, when I signed to this other label, they were like, "What's your new stage name?" And I was like, when my mother was mad at me, she was like, "David Eric, come over here." Because
Eric.
my father's name was David.
Oh, all right.
So when she was mad at me, she was like, "David Eric, come over here." And that was stuck in my head. And so I was like, you know what, let me do that one. David Eric is obviously where it came from.
Growing up in Jersey City, you know, I'm from Jersey. You know what I
Yes.
mean? I was born and raised in Jersey
I
City.
came here in my teens. Yeah, I went there in my teens.
Right.
Yeah.
What was your upbringing like? How did music impact you to get to where you at right now?
As far as music, what started me in music, let me say this. What started me in music is the fact that my sister was dating a producer at the time, and I was always in the studio just looking at them. So I always wrote when I was younger. Before I even went to the studio, I always wrote poetry. And when I saw them in the studio, I was like, wait a minute, my songs can match people. And the fact that I showed my brother-in-law at the time my poetry, and that we started making that into music. And the cool thing was, I saw a couple of people, doing my songs into music. And I was like, wait a minute, I could do that myself. So I put myself to vocal school, and that's when I started writing for myself. And at the time, I met a producer, and we started going to the studio, and I was going to vocal school for 2 years, and I just started singing for myself.
Can you remember the first record
My
that
first
you ever recorded?
Demo or record?
Your first single that you ever recorded? I asked a lot of artists that, do they remember the first record they ever recorded?
My first demo that I still perform to this day, I was 15 years old. It's called Talk to Me.
Talk to me.
And for the past couple of years, I'm not going to say my age, but it's been a while. It's been over a decade. I keep revising it and doing new productions of it. I will always, to the day I die, perform that song. That's my very first song. It's called Talk to Me. Yes.
What do you do to actually keep yourself relevant? Because a lot of artists, they do music, right?
Yes.
And they hit stardom and they disappear. What can you actually tell the viewers how to go about staying relevant in the game right now? Because it's hard to stay relevant in the game.
Very.
You know what it is? It's you network, you meet new people, and when you see a sound that you connect with, and if that's your vibe, you go with it. What I tell everybody is follow your heart. When you find something new that you like, whether it's from a 20-year-old or a 50-year-old, it doesn't matter. It's whatever connects to your heart. And you know what? You keep going. And if you're true to yourself, it will
Come out in the music.
it will definitely come out in the music. Like you just keep up with the sound, obviously, but it's like whatever is true to you. The one thing I always tell artists is never forget who you are. And if you like something, go for it. If the audience doesn't respond to it the way you want to, that's fine. Just keep going to where you want to go to. Eventually, you'll hit your platform. That's the way it goes.
I want to welcome Carlos
Ramos.
C4 Ramos in the building.
Thank you, my brother.
Carlos
You know, I had a
Ramos.
pleasure. Actually, I had a pleasure coming over to your radio station
Right.
and doing an interview last month, and I was blown away with how y'all actually treat us. Y'all treat us like we knew each other for years.
Yeah.
Family.
You know, and what inspired you to actually start your own radio show?
It was something that's been in the back of my mind for several years. Many people have asked me to get involved, and I kind of always pushed it aside. I felt I wasn't ready for it. David asked me to collaborate with him and
Thank
be
you.
his co-host.
Yes.
And at that moment, I said, at first I was worried. I was kind of hesitant. And he made me feel comfortable with it. The way David is. David has that effect on people.
Let me, yeah, to the fact that, and I do want to tell everybody, we collaborate on the show. It's Anything Goes with David Eric and Carlos Ramos. I was approached to do a radio show,
Right.
and I said absolutely. And I went to Carlos, and I was like, Carlos, at first I wanted to do different co-hosts every week, and I was like, I told him we have a hit here because we hit it off. By the way, Carlos is producing my new album, so I'm very thankful. And we hit it off in the studio, and I was like, we got to keep it going. We got to
share
keep
this
it going.
feeling. We gotta share
It's an amazing product that we have right now, and we're doing very well.
Who came up with the name? Freestyle Paradise.
I think
Anything
that was
goes.
I think that was the name of the original show, was Freestyle Paradise.
The Freestyle
And
Paradise.
We took on
and
Anything Goes.
The Freestyle Paradise was from the station.
Right.
And I originally said Anything Goes. And I was like, you know why? Because I don't want to just be freestyle.
Right.
Anything Goes means it's R&B, it's dance, it's hip hop, it's ballads, it's even if you have
Variety.
country songs, we want to introduce everybody to the world of different genres of music. So, and it's anything goes, like whatever you want to talk about, as long as there's no foul language and stuff like
Right.
that, it's
We're trying to
anything
inspire
goes.
people.
Yes, absolutely.
Uplift people and told them how important music is in our lives.
Right now, right?
Yes.
5
Tell me.
artists, right? Male and female, that you would like to work with right now at this very moment.
Myself?
Right. I'm saying not just you. I'm saying 5 artists that you would like to work with, as far as doing collabos and stuff like that.
I've always wanted to. I always wanted to work with people who started my career, and it will be in the freestyle music business. I had the pleasure of performing with a lot of people. As far as one major collabo, wow, there's so many, but
I would love to hear you with a female background or a female.
I had a couple of them. But
But do you have
I'd
any
like to work with
favorites
Mark
though?
Anthony.
Yeah, Mark Anthony.
Mark Anthony,
Okay.
Ricky Martin.
There you go.
I'll be honest with you. Mark Anthony, Ricky Martin, I won't lie. Britney Spears, Madonna,
Okay.
Christina Aguilera.
All right.
Done.
Party animal.
Done. Put me 6 feet under.
After that.
Building a strong fan base,
Yes.
right? And the type of music you do. How do you keep your fans like knowing everything that you do? And as far as, do you blog a lot? Do you actually post a lot of stuff? Or do you have other people do stuff for you? Do you answer all your emails? Because with me, I answer all my emails. I connect with all my fans, everybody. And I ask everybody that question because a lot of people have publicists and PRs. Do you do everything?
I
on your
do
own?
everything myself, and I'll be
Okay.
honest with you. As far as electronic wise, I'm always on just Facebook and the radio show. So if you want to hit me up on Facebook, David Eric. And if you want to, and we invite everybody, if you're in the music business or whatever you're doing in the entertainment business, if you want to be on the show, it is David Eric and Carlos C. Ramos on Anything Goes Freestyle Paradise. You can hit myself up on David Eric on Facebook or dweber3800 at yahoo.com, or you can hit up Carlos Ramos.
Right.
Please give up your email address.
My email address is carlosramosnyc@gmail.com.
And you can hit Carlos Ramos on Facebook as well. But I'm not like Twitter. I don't do all of that. It's just my
No Instagram?
I don't
I
have
do
Instagram.
Instagram.
I
You
don't do
Instagram?
that.
I use it. It's really it's fascinating how music. We went from video killed the radio star to now video making other people. So Instagram is the way to go. I think it hits a lot of people, and a lot of people are into it. So it's a nice avenue.
Are you under management right now?
No.
Are
I
you
manage
looking for
myself.
management?
Looking for management, but it depends because I had the pleasure of working with a lot of managers, but I've noticed that when I was doing shows, like it was all about them.
They didn't have
No, it was like
yeah.
I had phone calls where events would call me and say, "Yo, your manager's much more of a diva than you." Wow. What's going on? It's because the manager's like, "I want the mic this way. Or I want things this way," and I'm like, "I've never said that." And they're like, "No, I want this song or this song." And I go to events and I'm like, "Who said that?" They're like,
Wow.
"Your manager." I'm like, "What's going on here?" And you know what? I'm like, you know what? Call me direct. So at the moment right now, I don't have a manager because you know what? I'm not into drama. I'm not into none of that. If we make an agreement, if I go to a show, we make an agreement. That's the agreement. It will not change. If that's the agreement, I'll show up, perform, and I leave. And that's the bottom line. And I've dealt with managers who were like, "No, I want VIP. I want bottles here," and I'm like, "Who said
Ah,
that?"
it's that bottles,
Oh, my
VIP.
Lord. I'm like, you know what?
That's for you, isn't it?
Hip hop.
I'm like, that wasn't even me. I'm like, I can't deal with that right now. But I mean, if I find the right manager, absolutely, absolutely.
How do you feel about the freestyle music today and the freestyle music back in the day? And the direction it's going right now. How do y'all feel about that? Y'all both can.
I'm gonna be
elaborate on
honest
that.
with you because we have our own radio show,
Right.
and I'm gonna break it down to everybody. Freestyle is amazing.
It has evolved.
The music is amazing, and I'm going to say it right now because we have our own radio show, and I'm gonna let out to everybody because we're getting blogged right now. Oh, it's they're new and the show is not that great, and this comes from other freestyle artists, and I'm like, you know what? This is exactly why freestyle is not in mainstream. It's because behind the scenes, they stab each other in the back. Now, I'm not getting into the drama, and I tell everybody I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to respond to what's going on. Whatever you have, and I'm very happy for you, and I pray for you. But you're not knocking down what I have.
You
know what
ever
I'm saying?
felt? You ever felt
But it's
that?
cutthroat.
You ever felt like the statement that you made? Anything goes. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you have that, everybody thinks
think
it's
it's-
anything goes.
Right, they think it's
You know
going to
what I
be
mean?
What's your,
rolling.
what's your definition of anything goes?
Anything goes, like anything. Anything is
Anything
liable
goes.
to be on your show.
Anything. Yes. Anything goes.
Yeah. Like
Yes.
drama, all that stuff.
No.
See?
Anything goes comes from, let me explain myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
See,
going
people
to-
would get it wrong. Like, yo, okay, you say anything goes, so I can do anything I
From a
want.
music
You know what I mean?
perspective,
No, I
anything-
just asked you that question
No, I'm
because
glad
they're
you
probably
said that.
going to want to know.
So
Yeah.
you're right, and I'm so glad you said that.
Right.
When we named the show "Anything Goes," it means any artist,
Okay.
any subject can come up.
Okay, y'all hear that, ladies and gentlemen?
Any
artist.
Or
Not
any
anything
subject.
goes on this show like anything goes.
Any artist, any
artists.
subject can come up. But we always say on Anything Goes, we always say it's drama free. It's only positive statements.
Trying to
There's
help each other.
absolutely no downing, no dissing, no foul language, no nothing like that. If you can't uplift someone, then you can't be around, and that's the way it goes.
So, when you performing, right? How do you prepare for your performance? Like everybody has like different stuff they do before they go on stage. I know a lot of people like to be left alone. A lot of people have rituals and stuff like that before they go on,
I have 'em.
and they get butterflies and stuff like that. How about you? Before you actually go on the set, I've done shows with you before, so I actually pretty much know how you like to be before you go on. So
No, honestly,
unless you changed up.
when I go on, it's not a shot. It's not nothing like that. No, when I go on, I actually do like to have 5 minutes to myself.
Right.
I'll meditate. I'll do a couple of jumping jacks to pump myself up. And I'll remind myself that, it's not about me. It's about having them enjoy what I'm doing on stage. And then when I go on stage and once I hear that beat, I just let it all out. But I do have 5 minutes to myself. I do meditate. And you know what? I'm very thankful that, when I'm on stage, it's amazing. The songs that I write, people sing. Even if I didn't write them and I'm performing on stage, they're singing with me. it's a blessing. And when I get up that stage, I count my blessings.
What's the craziest thing that happened to you on stage?
Oh, Lord. Besides someone going on stage and dragging me off. Honestly, wow. I'd say years ago, there was, crazy. I was performing on stage, and an ex of mine was in the audience.
Wow.
And when I was on stage, they tried to grab me off stage. I had to have security. It's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
It was
crazy.
crazy. Security had to jump on stage.
Having Rosie Perez walk up to me on stage and kiss me.
Oh, wow.
I was
That's
like,
a good thing.
That's a good
that
thing.
was a great
That's a
thing.
good
Good thing. That's a good
I
thing.
enjoyed that. That wasn't expecting it.
Wow, you made me look bad.
Oh, can't make you look bad. You're David. Come on. You always look good.
So we're going to go to one of your videos. You want to introduce that?
Absolutely. First of all, I want to thank you for inviting me.
Most definitely,
I
man.
want to thank you for coming down to a show and doing your thing. This is David Eric. The name of my song is I'm Not the One, and I hope you enjoy it. You can catch it on YouTube after you see this here.
Under Lock and Key TV. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Thank you
Enjoy
very
the
much.
video, though.
There's something you should know. I'm so tired of your games. You act too immature. You've had much time to change. Your chances have just run out, and this time you must leave. I can't accept that stuff. No longer young and naive. I'm not the one, so don't try to blame me. I let you know just where I am coming from. Don't give me back. I don't wanna hear your stories. Please go away, 'cause I am not the one. I just can't believe all the lies I've heard from you. I fell for each and every one. You were so untrue, and now things must come to an end, and you'll be on your way. Just keep in the back of your mind, this guy you couldn't play. I'm not the one, so don't try to blame me. I'll let you know just where I am coming from. Don't give me back. I don't wanna hear your stories. Please go away, 'cause I am not the one. I'm not the one, so don't try to blame me. I'll let you know just where I am coming from. Don't give me back. I don't wanna hear your stories. Please go away, 'cause I am not the one.
fell in love with someone, and I found them cheating on me, and I was just like, whoa, wait a minute. So when it was time to shoot the video, I told the director, I was like, listen, I want to be in a straitjacket. I want to rent a hospital. And he was like, you crazy? This is all your budget. And this came out of my pocket. And I was like, I don't care. I want to do it. I rented a straitjacket. I rented a hospital. And in the video, I saw my girl cheating on me. And I wound up in a straitjacket. And the nurse who was in the hospital fell in love with me. And she made me escape. And I was like, that's exactly what I want.
Yeah, I like that, man. It's a psych ward. You was in the psych
I was in
ward.
the psych
part. Yeah,
ward.
that was hot. That was hot.
I tell you, I was in a psych
Different.
ward.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Definitely crazy.
Well, I just want to thank you guys for coming through.
I thank you for
I
inviting me.
appreciate y'all. Definitely.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
doing what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And the freestyle music is still alive, folks.
Still alive.
It's still alive.
Still
This is
alive.
Under
Thank you,
Lock and
everybody.
Key TV. It's your host, Mike Ice. I want to give a couple of shout outs before I leave. I want to shout out Handles, because that's my man. He does a lot of things for me behind the scenes and stuff like that. Born Crazy Productions. Shout out to Gabe K Media, T-Tights. Shout out the whole Under Lock and Key family. Shout out to JMO, Destruct. Yo, we on deck, man. We got a lot of things coming up. Just stay tuned. Hit the Facebook, hit the websites and everything. You see the credits at the end of the show. David Eric is going to give us a hot performance. Yo, Dave, you're going to take us out of here. Under Lock and Key,
You ready?
entertainment, man.
Let's
Yo, I'm in
go.
the building, man. What's good?